Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Don Julian filling in for Jimmy Rogers today, and Jimmy wrote this news copy for me. And we'll start with Rodney Jerome Clayton, age 45, of Sulphur Springs, is in the Hopkins County Jail on a $10,000 bond following a traffic stop on Tuesday. Clayton was nervous when speaking with the officer. Given consent to search the Chevrolet pickup, the officer found a clear plastic bag of green leafy substance believed to be marijuana under the hood of the vehicle. The stop was made within 1,000 feet of the Early Childhood Learning Center, a drug-free zone. Clayton is charged with possession of more than 4 ounces but less than 5 pounds of a controlled substance in a drug-free zone, a third-degree felony. In a unique move, Tuesday afternoon, 8th Judicial District Judge Eddie Northcutt gave Troy Michael Ivory a choice of sentences. Ivory chose what for him may be the toughest to endure, but will have the most profitable result in the end. Judge Northcutt presented Ivory, who was found guilty of failure to register as a sex offender, the choice of a 5-year sentence probated to 2 years, and the felony conviction remains on his record, or keep the felony conviction off his record with 5 years probation. However, if he fails the 5-year probation, he will be sentenced from 2 to 10 years in prison. In presenting Ivory with the option, the judge stated that Ivory thinks the legal system is picking on him. However, the need to comply with the rules of the system was stressed by the judge. Ivory was told that alcohol and weed weekly will break his probation, and the judge has doubts that he will be able to comply for any length of time. Ivory pled guilty to indecency with a child in 1998 and was sentenced to 5 years deferred and a lifetime of annual registration as a sex offender. He failed to register in October 2014. After consulting with his attorney, Martin Brady, who had been the district attorney that first prosecuted Ivory, he accepted the second option, keep the felony off his record with a 5-year probated sentence that, should he fail, will result in 2 to 10 years in prison. Every year, the Lights of Life Campaign Committee selects an individual, couple, or business that has shown exceptional service, commitment, and passion for Hopkins County, and specifically for their support of the hospital. That tradition continues with the couple selected as the 2016-2017 campaign honorees, Dr. Bill and Peggy Dietz. Bill and Peggy have been an integral part of the Hopkins County Healthcare Foundation since its inception over 20 years ago. Dr. Dietz served on the foundation board of directors and also was chairman for several years. In 2009, he and Peggy served as the Lights of Life campaign chairs, which built the Children's Therapy Gardens. Every year without fail, Bill and Peggy are present for every event, activity, and meeting, and of course the gala. Dr. Dietz spends countless hours picking up and returning items for the gala, while Peggy has one of the toughest jobs of the gala, keeping the committee fed. She manages to have the entire kitchen packed with the most delicious goodies anyone could ever want for several days. Bill and Peggy are the epitome of servants to their community. It does not matter what you ask of them, they're going to give it 110% with smiles on their faces and happy hearts. Should Hopkins County voters approve a proposition that will add the county to the Paris Junior College Tax District, property owners will pay 8.5 cents per $100 valuation. That is less than the 10 cents originally proposed. Dr. Pam Anglin of PJC stated that based on the 2016 assessed values of the 5-county area, that will still have the option of becoming a member of the PJC district. The expected tax rate has been lowered. She stated the 8.5 cents will make up the difference between out-of-district and in-district tuition cost, plus provide the extra revenue needed to add additional programs to the list of programs already offered on the campuses across the district. Hopkins County voters will vote their choice to enter or not enter the PJC district in the November general election. He has been to prison more than once, and sitting in 8th Judicial District Court Tuesday afternoon with his wife, who is pregnant with his 4th child, and 3 children sitting in the rows behind him. He now faced the possibility of 25 years in prison for his 4th DWI. However, Eric Wydell Tilley was given a second chance when Judge Eddie Northcutt pronounced what he calls the toughest decision he's had to make in the just over 3 years he's been on the bench. Tilley was sentenced to 10 years deferred probation, and that he be made to wear an ankle monitor that would detect alcohol content of his body from sweat. The deferred sentence means he's on probation for 10 years, but will have to serve the sentence, and should he fail to keep terms of his probation. Tilley has been to prison for robbery, burglary, retaliation, threatening to kill a police officer, burglary again, and then after his 3rd DWI probation was revoked. His 3rd DWI probation was his first second chance given by then District Judge Robert Newsom. Northcutt referred to the second chance given by Newsom and had State's Exhibit 20, which he held in his hand as he pronounced the struggle he had with the sentencing. State's Exhibit 20 was a compendium of charges and sentencing that Tilley had faced in the past as compiled by Assistant District Attorney Clay Harrison, who was seeking the maximum penalty in the sentencing phase of the trial. For more on this story, you can check it out at ksstradio.com.
Don't miss your chance to see 2 performances only of a cabaret showcase this Friday and Saturday at Main Street Theater, Get That Boy to Broadway, directed by Tristan Pullen with a 9-member cast. Vignettes of almost a dozen Broadway shows, and Tristan has a bright and exciting future starting September 2nd when he is off to New York's Broadway.
I have a showcase cabaret going on at Main Street Theater August 19th and 20th, which is Friday night and Saturday night at 7 o'clock, and it's featuring a lot of musicals from the golden age of theater, all the way from Carousel and Camelot to modern day musicals like Wicked and Newsies and things like that. So it's a true showcase, and I have a wonderful cast. I have Cindy Lancaster, Brooke Howard, Peyton Howard, Sadie Evans, Leah Connor, myself is in it. The first time I performed since my senior year in this town. There's more. Rory Young. There's so many. It's a fabulous show. It's great.
It sounds fabulous, and it's this Friday and Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
What time is the show?
It's at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Again at Main Street Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not your grand production. It's just like a cabaret. It's minimal set. There's a little bit of dancing, a whole lot of singing, and some dialogue to carry us through. So it's fabulous, but it's kind of showcasing myself before I head off to Broadway.
Okay. So what a great concept for an audience.
Yes.
To experience, and then your very next step is you're leaving town.
Yes, ma'am. And the good thing about this show is it's not very long. It's like 45 minutes max. So like you get a little bit of entertainment, and then you still get to go enjoy your night, whether you're going downtown to our square, to the farmer's market, or whatever. So you can just make a night of it. So it's great.
Wonderful.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
This Friday night and this Saturday night, Main Street Theater, 7 p.m., a cabaret showcase entitled?
Ma'am?
Entitled?
Get That Boy to Broadway. How fitting.
Yeah, how fitting, because you depart from Sulphur Springs before very long.
Yes, I leave September 2nd at 7:30 in the morning for New York.
My goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have something you're heading directly to up there.
Yes. I will get there and I will check in at my, well, I have an apartment, so I'm living right across the street from Madison Square Garden. And then I immediately go in for a workshop to discuss the production of the musical Sweet Charity starring Sutton Foster. She's a 2-time award-winning, Tony Award-winning actress. She's phenomenal. And we will just be getting ready to do the production. I'm the production assistant for it. And so I'm just kind of in charge of making sure whatever the head stage manager needs, I'm there for her. And I just try to keep the production on course because, you know, I kind of did that for Miss Doyle Jones during her productions while I was in high school. So I know what I'm doing, but I haven't done a production on the scale of Broadway yet. So that will be interesting.
And this is another step in your education, which you are going right back to Santa Fe after this fall.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, as soon as I get done with New York, I will come home for a 2-week visit for Christmas. And then I will head back to Santa Fe in January to just finish my classes. And I actually got a call from a producer the other night, and they've already hired me to direct a show when I get back to Santa Fe. So I'm already booked until next December.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does, it does.
Well, tell me the name of the college.
The college is Santa Fe University of Art and Design.
Okay.
Yes, it's
and you've
in
already put a year in.
Yes, no, 2 years.
Okay.
When I go back, I will be a second semester junior.
Okay.
And then I'll only have 1 year left. And then we'll either go to grad school or we'll go straight to New York.
Well, you also have some plans for this coming summer with some of your classmates from Santa Fe.
Yes. I just recently got hired on as the artistic director at Main Street Theater, so we're doing a lot of facelifts, you know, throwing a coat of paint here, coat of paint there, and I just got us some fun new LED lights for the theater. And as artistic director, I'm like trying to push for a Broadway quality show and community theater, because that's what I'm best at doing. So I'm trying to push that there too. And so you're gonna, within this next year, as soon as January starts, you're gonna see bigger sets. You're gonna see more elaborate sets, stronger theater pieces. And when summer rolls around, Main Street's doing The Lion King Jr., the musical, and I have 5 interns coming from Santa Fe University of Art and Design that are dear friends of mine who are talented students, and they're coming in to teach a workshop at Main Street, their annual children's workshop. But instead of it being 3 days a week, it's Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 6. And the kids are learning acting, they're learning film acting, they're going to learn costuming, set design, all of it. And these kids are going to put on a college-sized production for this town, and we're moving the show from Main Street Theater, and we're taking space at the Civic Center to put this production on. Okay. So it'll be great.
So that beautiful new stage and auditorium over there.
Yes.
How exciting.
Yes, it's a lot, and it's exciting, and I still don't think I've truly grasped what's all going on. Leah Connor and I were talking last night after we had our monthly meeting at Main Street, how exciting and how thrilled we are to be able to do this, because the season that we've planned for 2017 is so amazing, but 2018 is even better. There's Julie Pinkeva said the other day, she was like, I'm going to live at the theater in 2018 because I want to do every single show. So it's great, and you know, I'm proud of myself, but more than proud, I feel blessed, because I've had such great support. And I mean, I'm 20 years old and I'm fixing to go work on Broadway. Like, just thinking, it doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth, you know?
It is so amazing. It really is. And I want to go back on something that you brought up. You said Ms. Doyle. And so she was our high school drama department head and put on some fabulous productions.
Oh, yes.
And during your years in high school at Sulphur Springs High School, you were part of those.
Yes. I did. We did the math the other day. I did 3 musicals, 4 one-act plays, 1 just regular play, and then I also got to direct 2 shows while I was there. So, and you know, she never did anything small, so they were always huge productions.
And she really believed in you. And so many of the other students, too. Everybody. She is a cheerleader for everybody.
No, she truly is. And even from away, we almost talk every single day. She's my therapist, my mother at times, a best friend, and she loves it. Right now, she's in Alaska on a cruise with her fabulous husband, and I can't wait till she gets back so I can see her before I go to New York.
Well, we should properly say Dawn Doyle Jones.
Yes, Dawn Doyle Jones. Yes.
Now, let's go and talk a little bit more about the Cabaret Showcase.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned some of the shows that excerpts will be shown.
Yes, ma'am. We're doing, let's see, we're taking excerpts from Newsies, a new Broadway show that came out, I believe, in 2014.
Okay.
Camelot, which is the gorgeous tale of Lancelot. Carousel, Sound of Music.
Oh, so these are classics, too.
Yes. Well, that's what I specialized in school, is I love the classic side of theater. Chicago, which is a more modern feel. Annie. What is that one? Julie Andrews starred in the movie.
Let's guess.
She was a Cockney British woman. What is that one? My Fair Lady.
Yes, I was about
My
to
Fair
put those
Lady.
words out.
So yeah, it encompasses all these shows, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous shows. We have Hairspray and the voices. Monica Lancaster, I don't know if you remember her.
I do.
But she's Cindy Lancaster's daughter, and every single night, Cindy laughs at me because Monica starts to sing, and I beam. Like, I could be in the worst mood, and Monica starts to sing, and you have to take notice. She is this gem living in Sulphur Springs. Her voice is phenomenal. I mean, it's a voice you would see at Santa Fe Opera, and
she went to college first.
Yes.
She majored in this.
Yes,
yeah.
and she has a classical voice. She studied classical music, and when she brings it to the stage, it's
amazing. I cannot wait to be there. And so, about how many people are in the cast?
I think there's only about 10 of us.
Okay.
And we fill it up. Sadie Evans and I carry the show. It's about Peyton Howard, his character, Sadie Evans' character, and my character, trying to live out our dreams. And some of us find it in other places that we didn't think. And some of us go to Broadway, and her character makes it immediately, and mine has some trouble. So it's about, are you willing to fight for it and not give up? And the people you meet along the way, and the encouragement that you get. So it's kind of the story of Sulphur Springs, the story of Santa Fe for me, and then hopefully the story of Broadway.
I'm kind of seeing three different stories going on at the same time.
Yes, ma'am.
And for the audience, you get to see snippets of those great shows.
Yes.
You also see this small core of actors rushing around and putting all this on.
Yes.
And you also get to see a glimpse of the hopes and wishes of these folks like yourself.
Yes. And, Sadie Evans is our Dairy Festival queen, and she is amazing. I told her, I remember her freshman year in high school, she was in Cats with me, and the other night she sings a song from Les Mis on my own, and Leah Connor and I were just like in tears because her voice has grown. The sheer talent that we have in this town is amazing. Like, there has to be something in the water because we just produce a quality of talent in this town and ethics that blows my mind when I come home. Like, you think Santa Fe would be such an artsy town. You see these, but when I come home, I see the true gems. I told my cast here in August Osage County, community theater has gems that would almost put some actors in Broadway to shame,
Well, that's
it's very
another
interesting.
feather in our cap here.
Yes.
And a lovely thing that we do have our Main Street Theater, 30 plus years already
Yes.
in place, and now sort of coming out a little bit more into the spotlight for the community.
Yes. Well, and we hope it does, and I'm hoping to give it a more modern take of theater coming up, and while also keeping our roots in the traditions that we hold. So we will see. Everyone's supportive, and we're working hard to make it happen.
So this Friday and Saturday night, do not miss. This is a one for 2 nights, it's a one-time offering.
Yes, it is, and it's. I promise you'll be entertained. It's great. So yes.
Get That Boy to Broadway, the title and then the theme. A cabaret showcase, Main Street Theater, 224 Main Street. Anyway, in our 200 block of Main
Yes,
Street.
it's in the 200 block of Main Street, and it's at 7 p.m. And yeah, Friday and Saturday night, come out and enjoy, and it will be a fabulous night of entertainment.
Of course, a very interesting place to be anyway is downtown, and in particular on Main Street. There's lots of folks that just kind of, walk up and down, and visitors to our town they say, gosh, we've seen bigger towns that are not as interesting as your little treasure here.
I mean, we have some hidden treasures in this town, and I think downtown's one, and it's amazing what this community has turned it into. Every year when I come back, it's amazing.
I know,
what we've become.
Well, I want to say, in case we don't see you again before you go off to Broadway and then back to college, we wish you the very best, Tristan.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And normally at this time, Jimmy would say, now let's check in with Don with sports. So let's do that. And I'm Don with sports. And I'll start by telling you as much as Wildcats football coach Greg Owens would like to scrimmage Liberty ILO Friday at Gerald Prim Stadium. He said if rain continues, that scrimmage would be moved to the multipurpose building field. He doesn't want to start the football field, or football season, I should say, with a torn up Gerald Prim Stadium field. The football field inside the track facilities being worked on, and Coach Owens described it as very mushy. It will be home for soccer teams this year, as renovation of the Prim field and stadium will start with the end of football season. If the scrimmage winds up in that indoor facility, very few fans will be able to watch. They would probably be restricted to end zones and doorways of the facility, since the field on the sides comes almost all the way to the walls. The varsity will play LE in the scrimmage starting at 9 a.m. on Friday. Plans call for a game-like 4 quarters of about 10 minutes each, with the game clock being stopped, and there will be no kickoffs. The Wildcats JV and freshman teams are expected to scrimmage starting at around 10:30 a.m. And sometimes while watching Wildcats football practice, it's hard to tell whether the offense or defense is getting the upper hand. Wildcats football coach Greg Owens said the defense has been ahead, but he said the offense might have had the better of it on Tuesday evening. The offense and defense have been facing off in some drills where the defense blitzes constantly. Coach Owens said the drill benefits both sides. He noted the defense won the drill Tuesday night again, but he said they should. It's a total passing drill for the offense, and defenders can rush without worrying about anything else. Coach Owens praised defensive linemen senior Cameron Cooks and juniors Deidrick Dugan and Tyrese Williams. He said they were doing a good job of challenging the offensive linemen. However, later during game-setting drills, the offense shined, going down the field often. The game setting allowed the offense to display their whole package, including running and passing. Coach Owens said the defense may have had the advantage during practice so far, but he said the offense did a lot to even things up on Tuesday night. And finally, the Lady Cats volleyball team now has a 5-match winning streak after winning a pair of matches in Tyler on Tuesday evening. The Lady Cats defeated Kilgore 3-1. Those scores were 22-25, 25-13, 25-16, and 25-10. The Lady Cats also topped John Tyler, the host school, 3-0. Score in that one was 25-12, 25-11, and 25-20. Against Kilgore, first of all, concerning kills, Kaylee Jefferson had 19, Mika Van Bentham 13, Autumn Tanton 12, and Sharita Hill had 6. Tori Moore had 39 assists, and Amani Taylor had 9 digs. and Tory Moore 8, and Andon Hammock had 6. Then against John Tyler in kills, Mika Van Bentham and Autumn Tanton had 7 each, and Abby Bayer had 4. Tory Moore had 24 assists, and Andon Hammock had 8 digs. The Lady Cats are now 7-4 for the season. They'll play more matches in a Wills Point tournament this Friday and Saturday. And finally, the Wildcats team tennis squad was also scheduled to play a pair of matches in Tyler Tuesday, but Mother Nature had another idea. Rain washed away planned matches against Jacksonville and John Tyler on the campus of John Tyler. The Wildcats are still 1-1 for the season, and they're scheduled to play at Terrell 4 o'clock Thursday, weather permitting. And that's KSST local news.
In the evening, the old man leans out of his window and should leave. He waits for his dreams as he studies the smoke from his pipe. He watches the swirling, dancing blue shimmer in the fading light. Conjure up the memories from the coming night. But distractions that obscure his eyes. In the evening, the old man leans out of his window with true relief. Our eyes meet across the miles and years that go between him and me. I don't have to ask what it is you see reflected in the distant eyes. Or as if you heard the message on the wind. I know time is the only coin I've got to spend. In the evening, the old man leans out of his window and should leave. He's 50 years away when the breeze blows a lock of hair out of place. A hat will shield his day when his trousers roll. When he walks along the beach, it said romance can be heard singing each to each. Somehow I know they'll not sing to me. I should have been paying ragged claws, scuttling across the floor of the silent seas. Dreaming who walks along the beach, listening for the mermaids singing each to each. Somehow I know they'll not sing to me. Somehow I know they'll not sing to me.
Well, that was pretty cool.
It's called Proof Rock's Lament.